Hi everybody, today I'm so glad to tell you some conversation between two people. Number one, the woman wanted to know if the man could tell her why she had this that ticket on her car. The man replied to her she got that ticket because she had parked in a blue parking space. The woman was surprised by that, and she asked the man what the blue parking space was. The man replied to her if she looked on the ground, she'd see that spot was blue with the wheelchair in the middle. That means that was for handicapped people only. Number two. The man wanted to know how long the woman had been experiencing that pain. The woman replied to him for about a month. She said she had wanted to come in sooner, but she'd been putting off. She could barely chew her food now and then. The man replied to her they had a serious problem there. The woman said she had known something terrible had been going on back there, and she should have come in sooner. Number three. The woman said good morning and introduced to the man that was the Bell Atlantic Customer Service Department, and she offered to help him. The man agreed with her, and he said he was calling about the new phone line he'd like to have installed in his home. The woman agreed with him, and she asked him how many phone lines he currently have in his residence. The man replied to her they have just one, but they'd like to install another for internet access. Number four. The woman asked the man how he liked using his chat line. The man replied to her he couldn't live without it because it was so convenient, especially when he wanted to talk to his friends in other countries. The woman agreed with him. The man said he had been talking to his friend in Australia for over an hour and a half one night, and that phone call would have been at least $100. Number five. The woman said to the man she couldn't believe what was going on human cloning. The man asked her if this was pretty amazing, and he said everywhere he looked in the city people were discussing and debating that hot issue. The woman agreed with him, and she said a lot of people felt it unethical to experiment on humans. The man replied to her he thought that the experiments had carried out on embryonic system cells, which scientists said were necessary for therapy, and she suggested keeping going. Number six. The man said to the woman all they needed to complete her loan is her John Hancock at the bottom of the page. The woman agreed with him, and she said she was so excited about buying the house. The man replied to her he thought she had made a wise decision in her purchase about home. The woman was thanked the man for that. Number seven. The man wanted to know if that particular model came with an automatic transmission because his wife only derived automatic. The woman agreed with him, and she said she had two in stock right then, and she wanted to know if the man was looking for 2-door or 4-door model. The man replied to her that they were looking for a 4-door and as much had air conditioning. The woman suggested that's a nice red 4-door completed with air conditioning and leather seat, and she suggested taking it for a test driver if the man like. Number 8. The woman wanted to know if the man had any recommendations for the secretarial position. The man replied to her he knew a very reliable woman from his university. The woman suggested giving her a call and invite her in for an interview. The man agreed with her, and he said he could call her immediately. Number 9. The man wanted to know if the woman heard what happened to the board meeting the week before. The woman disagreed with him, and she said although it seemed that there were a lot of people freak out, and she had thought someone got fired or something. The man replied to her, actually the chairman had told all of them that he was going to cut their pay, and if they hadn't worked harder. The woman commented that was terrible. Number 10. The woman said to the man, her husband and her were having a housewarming party that Saturday, and she suggested and she invited the man to come to her party. The man was surprised by that, and he said that much mean she had then officially moved into a new place on Grand Street. The woman agreed with him. The man replied to her that he'd love to come, and he suggested bringing anything. Thanks for watching.